That's Mackinac Island. This is the main street. First impressions, this place is awesome. A lot of fun. These guys seem to like it. No cars. All bikes, carriages. It's got a very much New England vibe to this town. If you've ever been in Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard, this kind of has that vibe to it. Lots of fun stuff, like a haunted theater. Yeah. So we're just gonna go for a little walk down Main Street in Mackinac Island. Oh. Here on Mackinac Island, they get their Amazon packages by horse-drawn trailer, just like that. Rolling up to one of these, the yacht club. Anyhow, and this island house, which looks pretty historic. Look at that. Super cool town. And here's the bay. It's like a New England town in the middle of the United States. It's pretty cool. It's an appropriate enough song, Island in the Sun by Weezer. This is the Chicago scene on the road, Griswold style, as I dragged my family up the entire west coast of Michigan, east coast of Lake Michigan, and it's been nothing short of outstanding. I had no idea that it was this beautiful up here. This is Mackinac Island. I'm on the Sips and Sails cruise, and it's every bit as wonderful as it sounds. Sips and Sails. This holds a candle to anything I've ever seen as far as sunsets on the California coast or sunrises on the East Coast. The Midwest is the best, third coast. So I'm going to be quiet, listen to Weezer, and check out this view of the sun setting and Mackinac Bridge in the background.
In 1923, the Michigan legislature ordered the Highway Department to establish a ferry service in the Straits of Mackinac to move cars between Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas. Within 5 years, this ferry service was overwhelmed. A study of feasibility of a bridge here at the Straits found that it was possible and it could be constructed for roughly $30 million. However, those efforts failed and the project was cast aside. Over time, numerous additional studies were done, but it wasn't until an ambitious gentleman who was running for governor that the project was reborn. The young statesman's name was G. Menon Williams, known to everyone as Sobey Williams for his connection to the Menon Speedstick family. As he came into the governorship, one of his key projects was building the Mackinac Bridge. It was the early 1950s, and the estimated cost was $100 million. Ground was broken on May of 1954, and it took teams of engineers, iron workers, and laborers 3 years to complete, opening to the first car on November 1st, 1957, just in time for deer season. Dr. David B. Steinman is the man responsible for designing and building what was the longest suspension bridge in the world at the time. The suspended portion of the bridge is over 8,600 feet long, 2,000 feet longer than the Golden Gate Bridge. To this day, it is still considered the longest suspension bridge in the Western Hemisphere. The bridge Steinman designed would have to withstand the excessive wind and ice pressure here in the Straits region. At the time he was designing it, they thought the highest wind speeds would be at about 75 miles per hour. So he put a factor of 6 on that and designed his bridge to withstand about 600 miles per hour of wind. To this day, the highest recorded wind gust of the bridge actually happened in May of 2003, where they had a microburst and reported a 124 mile per hour gust at center span.
Before that sun ducks down on the Lake Michigan side. That is the Lake Huron side. And the Mackinaw splits it. That's the Chicago scene. I think this is a good spot to end it for today. The Mackinac Bridge, a little Bob Seger before, now something else, it doesn't really matter. This is the Chicago scene, Griswold style on the Michigan coast. We'll see you later. All right, so that's the Mission Point Resort Hotel and the Great Lawn. And then the great Tim. Tim, how are you? You are the executive director of
Mackinaw Island Tourism, and welcome. I'm so glad you and your family are here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is like something I've never experienced in my life, really. It's outstanding. Can you just give me a quick little brief spiel, I guess, of like what people should expect when they come to Mackinac?
You know, it's funny because people have been coming to Mackinaw Island for respite, for rest, since as long as the island's been here. The Native Americans did it way back in the day, and it just has evolved into this great mecca for tourism. So when you come here, just expect to A, to relax, and B, you're not going to hear a car. You probably won't see a car, and be ready to be soothed by the lapping of the water against the shore and the clip-clops of the horses as they're going up and down Main Street. Jump on a bike. Just be ready to slow down a little bit and take a breath and try to forget about everything that's going on right now.
I know one of my most favorite things on this island, it doesn't cost a penny. It's literally right behind you where you can just sit in those Adirondack chairs and stare at the I mean, I saw 5 or 6 shooting stars last night. So you can do that here. It's beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful, and you can watch the sunrise from those chairs as well, and you can hear the bells on the water during the night. So soothing. It's just a great place to get away, and especially spend the night, because once the day traffic goes away, you feel like you own the island.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, about 6 o'clock, all of a sudden downtown became a little bit more walkable. It was crowded because of the day tripper. What do you guys call the people that come over just for the day?
Day trippers.
Day trippers. Somebody said fudgies because they like to get their fudge.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. And by the way, it's fantastic. Do you know how and why it is a fudge thing here on Mackinac Island?
I certainly do. Back in 1865, they were building the Grand Hotel, and there was a sailmaker that they hired to do the awnings for the Grand Hotel. His wife happened to be someone that liked to make chocolate and make chocolate fudge, and their names were Murdoch, and now we still have Murdoch's fudge to this day, and it's just evolved since then.
This is a place where you can forget everything, it feels like. I mean, it is a little piece of paradise, I feel.
It really is. And people ask, what are you selling? We're selling basically a memory, and we're selling a feeling. And there's something very, I don't know, spiritual about being on Mackinac Island. I don't know if it's the cool breezes of the Straits of Mackinaw or what, just not having automobiles around, but it's a very special feeling. Even when you come to work every day, it's a good feeling.
All right, Tim, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. And whatever you guys are doing, keep doing it because it's wonderful.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks for being here.
No problem. How great is that? This is Mackinac Music in the Park. They have this all summer long. This is actually their first one they've done this summer. It's socially distant. As you can see, they have these little markers in the grass for people, those orange little cones they have in the grass for people to kind of pick their spot and listen to live music. It's right off of the downtown, which is right there. And it's not loud because there's bikers and horses going by, no cars. So you kind of just hear the soft crowd noise and this really great music. So it's Mackinac Music in the Park, and it's fantastic. And it's another great thing to do here on Mackinac Island, right off the downtown spot, right in front of the visitor center. This is called Marquette Park on Mackinac Island. So I'm just going to leave it and enjoy. entrance to Fort Mackinaw. And this is my friend, Dominic. How you doing, Dominic?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
So why don't you introduce yourself as far as what you do here at the fort?
Sure thing. Well, my name is Dominic Miller. I'm the marketing manager here for not just Fort Mackinaw, but Mackinac State Historic Parks, which is a family of living history sites and parks here in the Straits area.
So what is this? Like, give us a quick rundown of what we're going to see here today.
Absolutely. So Fort Mackinaw is an authentic Revolutionary War era fort. The British started construction in 1780 on this site. The Americans moved in 1796, so a few years after the Revolution. The Americans were here for throughout the 1800s. This fort was was active until 1895. And some important things happened here in the fort historically. The first battle of the War of 1812 happened here on Mackinac Island. The British recaptured this fort in 1812. The Americans tried to take it back in 1814 unsuccessfully, but there was a major battle that took place out in the middle of the island, what's today a golf course out there.
So now a golf course is where a major battle was. Seems right.
But it actually preserves the grounds pretty well, so
yeah.
It works out all right. And then in 1815, the Americans did get the fort back when the Treaty of Ghent ended that war, and all captured properties went back to their original owners and those kind of things. Now through the 1800s, this was a fort really of decreasing military importance. There was no immediate threats from Canada anymore. The British kind of stopped trying to do their colonialization of everything, going west. And so the Americans kind of didn't have much to do here. However, some important things still did happen. During the Civil War, this became a political prison for some Confederate sympathizers from Tennessee. In 1875, the fort's really on its last legs, and we get a reprieve when Mackinac National Park is created, America's second national park after Yellowstone.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
that.
It's kind of a little known fact that National Park number 2 was right here in Mackinac Island. It was a national park for about 20 years, and Mackinac, as we kind of know it, takes shape during that national park phase. That's when the Grand Hotel is built. It's when a lot of the roads and trailways kind of start taking shape here on the island. However, there is no National Park Service in the late 1800s, so the War Department is running both an active military installation and a national park. They don't want to be doing either of those things in this area of the world, so they transfer the national parklands over to the state of Michigan, and Michigan's first state park is created in 1895. So 125 years ago, we're celebrating our 125th anniversary as an organization this year. So today at Fort Mackinaw, what you will find are 14 original buildings. Oldest one dates to 1780. That's that stone building over there. That's actually Michigan's oldest public building.
That's that one
right here in front of us, correct. And the newest one dates to 1885. Everything else falls in between.
Is this the 1885 one right here?
We're 1879 here, so pretty close to the end. That's 1850s over here.
Okay.
So you get the oldest building in Michigan. You can kind of see the corner.
Literally oldest building in
Literally
Michigan.
oldest building in Michigan, right there, 1780. You can see the corner of that tan building right kind of through the trees right there.
Yeah.
That's Michigan's oldest hospital building. That's the Post Hospital. It's in the 1820s.
Post Hospital, like
Post
Post
Hospital.
Cereal, Post family?
That'd be nice.
No.
The Post, Fort Hospital,
Got
I
it,
guess.
got it,
Yeah. And everything falls in between there. The era of time that we interpret in here is the 1880s. That's during the National Park phase. Kind of an interesting time in American military history. So we do live demonstrations every half hour. Here at 11:30, they're going to do a walking tour. 12 o'clock, we're going to fire the rifles down there on the parade ground. We fire a cannon. We do other tours. We do all kinds of fun stuff throughout the day in here. The soldiers lead all those. Every building has a gallery or an exhibit or a period display or an audio video presentation or something inside it that details life really on Mackinac Island and the Straits area as a whole, not just here at the fort, but a lot of stuff that deals with military life as well.
All right, Dominic, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you later.
That sounds good.
All right.